66.2, 247, and chocolate chip cookies. It all adds up to the hardest working person of the year. This past weekend, more than 70% of the malls in America had already celebrated the arrival of a very special gentleman, Santa Claus. And the Red Suit survey, just being released today, reports that the average Santa is 66.2 years old, weighs in at 247 pounds. And that might be because his favorite cookie is chocolate chip. Oh, and please note, the remaining 30% of the malls will see Santa arriving sometime between now and Black Friday. I'm National Santa Tim Conahan, and I am celebrating my 53rd year of wearing the red suit. And during that time, I've made it my goal to know about everything related to working as a Santa. Not much has escaped my view. From my first day as Santa in 1969 for my fellow troops in Vietnam, to working in department stores and malls, to appearing at major national events and shows, I understand the job and the do's and don'ts of wearing the red suit. One of my proudest tasks is volunteering as the National Santa for the Marine Corps Toys for Tots Foundation. And this year will be my 18th as the official Santa for the Hollywood Christmas Parade, which you can see December 17th on the CW network. Over 4,700 have been awarded diplomas from my International University of Santa Claus, also known as School for Santas. From this group, 372 were surveyed this year, and we have their statistics. By the way, all the details of this survey can be found on my website, nationalsanta.com. Just click on the tab for Red Suit Survey. I mention this because for the next 5 minutes, I'm going to be giving you a lot of statistics, and it might get a little boring, so it might be easier to visit the website, nationalsanta.com, and read all the statistics. The tradition of Santa Claus welcoming children dates back to 1890, when Colonel James Edgar, owner of the Boston stores, put on the red suit at his Brockton, Massachusetts store and became the first department store Santa. My, how his little marketing idea grew and caught on and became a worldwide tradition. Today, there are thousands of malls and stores showcasing the man in the red suit, not only in the United States, but all over the world. They invite families and their children to visit. And beyond how many kids have been naughty or nice, the annual Red Suit Survey gives us hundreds of surprising statistics, mostly about Santa. The average Santa, as we said earlier, is 66 years young. The youngest working Santa taking the survey was only 20. The oldest taking the survey was 88. The average weight of the Santas participating was 247 pounds, or 112 kilos. 79% of the Santas told us that the bowl of jelly is real. 92% are proud of their real beards. The remaining 8% that don't have beards but wear the theatrical beard are still proud of bringing joy to all. 59% of the real bearded Santas are naturally white, while 41% have to rely on a local beauty salon. 30% of the mall Santas tell us they have more than 100 children sit on their lap every day. 7% of the Santas see over 500 children per day. 31% of the Santas know the traditional thing of having a wet child on their lap. That's 31%. 88% of the Santas have had their beard pulled to see if it was real. Surprisingly, 24% of the pullees were adults, mostly ladies. The rest were skeptical children. 97% of the Santas report that children sneeze or cough on them at least once a day. 13% report that sometimes it's as much as 15 times a day. Every Santa, since time began, has had a crying baby sit on their lap. But 64% of the Santas are reporting that it's actually less than 10% of the babies that do all of the crying. This annual release of the Red Suit Survey gives us a wonderful insight into some of the areas of Santa's life, his work, and sometimes the problems that he faces during the Christmas season. From this survey, we found out that last year, almost 20% of the Santas reported they did not work due to the pandemic. Of those who did work, 27% reported that new restrictions required them working using plexiglass walls or a plexiglass box, or possibly working on a wide open set practicing social distancing. 16% said they were very fortunate, however, because they were able to continue as they did in past years with no restrictions, no mask, no plexiglass. The new thing that came up last year was that 33% of the Santas did video chats via Zoom, Skype, FaceTime, or working for a national video conferencing company. I think we're going to see a lot more of that video conferencing. This year, 82% of the Santas are reporting that they've received their vaccinations and they're returning to some type of Christmas work. That means that 18%, however, are planning to take one more year off until everything opens up. So if you're hearing of a shortage of Santas, this just may be the reason. There are many more statistics about the Santas. Again, the details of this year's survey can be found on my website, nationalsanta.com. Just click on the tab for Red Suit Survey. And before I leave you, here are a few more fun statistics. Survey says Santa's favorite cookie is chocolate chip, 42%, with oatmeal raisin at 19% in second place. Santa's favorite Christmas Eve beverage is hot cocoa, 31%, or milk, 25%. Santa's favorite Christmas song is Santa Claus is Coming to Town, 24%. And Silent Night comes in second with 14%. From the mall Santas, we learned a few extra things. 52% of the Santas believe that girls are shyer than boys. 46.4% use a fan to keep cool while working. 53% wish they had a fan. Over 45% have up to 10 children try to take their glasses off each day. Those are usually babies. 55% will pose for pictures with pets, which range from puppies and kittens to boa constrictors. When the children come to visit Santa at the mall, over 75% believe they've been good all year long. However, only half the Santas believe they are telling the truth. No one knows truly how many Santas there are in the United States, let alone around the world. It's estimated there are between 8,000 and 10,000. But of course, only the real Santa knows. So when you see a Santa in a mall or at an event, remember, his job is one of the hardest this time of year. Again, I'm National Santa Tim Conahan reminding you the details of this year's survey can be found at nationalsanta.com. Just click on the tab for Red Suit Survey. Merry Christmas, everybody. Ho, ho, ho!